In this video, we are going to look at the new tab available that allows you to have different views with different content in the same export. Here in this example, we have two views that have been done at the same time with different content, one of the content being actually part of the other in this case. Unlike the default option where all the content visible on screen in the 3D will be displayed. This is available for export solid and containers. Let's start our first export with a full default export, meaning that the visibility will actually be considering the element display on screen. So if we move here to the export setting and check out the different view setting, and here on a side note, the setting that you have by default in your views can be set in the setting page layout for each type of views, axonometries, and section trace. If we move here, we can see that the visibility tab that is at the bottom is currently grayed out because not used. Let's move forward and run the export for these two views with this single content. As we can see here in the 2D, we have the same content in both of the views. Without the use of the visibility tab, the other option would have been to change the element represented in 3D by adding others and run the export. The only issue with this is if you need to have different content on different views, you will need to run a lot of different export in order to combine them based on your needs. So here, let's start by actually setting this visibility. And in the first view, we here going to activate this, and we want to set element according to their group. So here we want to focus only on one specific group, the bent. If we go in the 3D and go in the vision and element by attributes and the group and check what the content of the bent is, it's simply this small part of the structure. And then for the scenes that we are going to use in the other view, we are going here to use the option News Element Added Automatically by Material, and we are going to make sure to assign the right material. As you can see, several values of that specific attribute can be activated, giving us here the ability to have pine, oak, and glulam in the same view. Let's set the scene as the visibility tab. And we will here notice that you can also here add several options. Same goes for scenes and other attributes. And if we run the export, we will see that for the same export, we have views with different content. If you like the scale to be the same no matter the content of the views, you will need to go back in your export setting and make sure you select this option Align Views and Section, which is unique for each page of your export. So here, as we can see, we will be able to easily overlap views from the same export or the same views, but with different visibility. And the same goes, of course, for the other view. This also works, as mentioned before, also for containers. If we were to look at this container that has a weld assembly and a post assigned to it, if we were to create a scene where only the steel will be assigned, so we are going simply to use here the allocation according to based on attribute, and make sure that we actually select all the material that we would like to display in the views. Even if the scene contain elements that are not part of the container, it doesn't mean that they are going to be displayed, because we only focus on the elements that are part of the content. So here, if we select the three basic views and go to the visibility, and we assign the steel scene, we will be able to have a export solid showing information to create that connection, but also how it should be fastened in the project.